Hey guys, this is Castro72 and I am doing a thrift store pickup, and I know it's been a while since I've done one. This one is gonna encompass months September, October, November, December 2016 and January 2017. Just get the whole shebang out of the way. But anyway, so let's just begin. And this might be just a little like clumsy because like I got all this stuff in front of me and I gotta search for the stuff, but I like tried to organize it on my notebook. But anyway, so I'm gonna go through the stuff that I got from Half Price Books. So I got Jeopardy Sports Edition for the Genesis. Now this game is a Rarity 2, valued at $4, and I got it for $3. It's loose, obviously. And this is all sports questions. Haven't tried it yet. I have the SNES version of this though. Second, I got this game. I got it because it was on clearance at Half Price Books, but it's Spice World for this for the PlayStation 1. Rarity 1, valued at $2. I got this for $1. It's complete, and the disc is actually pretty decent. There's like no scratches on it. Haven't played it. It's probably gonna suck. I got it for $1. Next, I got Wayne Gretzky Hockey for the NES. Rarity 3, valued at $5. I got it for $2.99. This was the only NES game I had found from September of last year till the end of January of this year. Just goes to show you like how rare it is for me to find NES games nowadays. But $2.99. Heard this is probably like the worst hockey game on the NES. Like you definitely Blades of Steel and Nintendo's own Ice Hockey are way better than this. Have not tried it, but I've heard really, really bad things. Next, I found Family Feud for the Sega Genesis. It's the Majesco cardboard box version. It is complete though with instructions. Rarity 4, valued at $8. I got this for $2.99. I know it's a little beat up. I'm gonna try to get it back into shape, but it's complete, and that's kind of what I cared about it. I also got Jeopardy for the Sega Genesis. Rarity 3, valued at $5. I got it for $4.99. This too, I believe, is complete with the manual. Jeopardy, it's sometimes it's got this nasty, I don't know, kind of glob of something on the back, but probably in somebody's basement. Glad to have it though. Next, I found a Sega Master System game of all things, Galaxy Force. Rarity 3, valued at $11. I get it for $4.99. This one is not complete. Oh wait, no, it is. I'm sorry, it is complete with poster and actually a pretty pristine booklet. I heard this game is actually not very good on the Master System. It's one of those arcade scaler games that they tried to make fit on the Master System, and man, I guess the Master System can't handle this. But it's one of the few third-party games for the Master System by Activision. It's decent. It even has the hang tab, so which is, this is a pretty good find. And I can peel the sticker off. It was coming off by itself. I just plastered it back on right now. Then I also found Lethal Enforcers. Now this was a Super Nintendo game, and I think it was originally packaged with the gun, the light gun, but the Justifier, the blue one, not the pink one. I think the pink one was like Player 2 that you had to buy separate. But they didn't have the Justifier there. They just had the loose cartridge. And I have Lethal Enforcers 1 and 2 on the Sega Genesis, but I never had it on the Super Nintendo. It's a Rarity 2, valued at $4. I got it for $4.99. It's a little above the value price. But, Super Nintendo games are also harder to come by. Not as hard as NES games, but it's getting there. I also found a Mega Drive game, and this is like European Mega Drive, not Japanese Mega Drive, and they had it at Half Price Books. And this game is complete, and it works on my Sega Genesis, which I was surprised. And without converter, like you stick it right in there. It's Wrestle War. I have this. I got it for $4.99. I don't know how much it would be as in terms of rarity or what the going price is. Also with the hang tab and pretty decent inside. I mean, the instruction books go vertical instead of our horizontal, and they look just like, I mean, like Genesis, U.S. Genesis cards. Now this game I had or have on the Dreamcast, on the that Sega Genesis compilation that's horrible, that has horrible emulation. But I'm glad to have an actual cartridge of this game, and I showed it in a Sega forum that I belong to on Facebook, and actually some European guys say they really like this game, and it's not bad. It's okay. It's it's 16-bit wrestling. Last but not least, from Half Price Books, I also got Milan's Secret Castle for the Game Boy, not the NES version, but the Game Boy. This is Rarity 3, valued at $4. I got it for $4.99. Now, this game, I gotta peel the sticker off, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with the NES game, but that game is supposedly really hard, and it's one of those NES games where basically you just shoot and like every single brick on the entire board to try to find secrets. I mean, it's just like one of those things. Like another game like that was probably like Super Pitfall for the NES, where you just, I don't know, you just gotta go everywhere and start shooting and breaking bricks and finding stuff. It's like, back then I think on the NES they had this penchant for making games where they made this world and you just keep, I don't know, shooting and looking for stuff and secrets. Milan's Secret Castle is like one of those things. I haven't tried the Game Boy game, but like I know the NES game. Oh my gosh, I know you need like a Nintendo Power strategy to pass the game. I mean, like the funny thing is I've heard people like on YouTube. Whenever I go to a YouTube for Milan's Secret Castle, they always say like, "Oh, I beat that when I was like 7 years old. All I did, and I don't doubt it. I mean, like if a real like a really smart 7-year-old who probably like kind of just decided to like, I'm just gonna go through this game and map it out or whatever and just like look, check every brick. I mean, I guess they could have done that. But I mean, I know it's like one of those really tough games. If you're one of those people, let me know in the comments, that beat Milan's Secret Castle. Or if you beat the Game Boy version, let me know too. Next, this game, oh my gosh. Okay, this is stuff, I should also let you know, this is stuff I got from the Salvation Army. Super Solitaire for the Super Nintendo. Probably the rarest game I found like in these past months. Rarity 6, valued at $15. I got it for $2.95. It's Solitaire. And I'll be honest, for a game that's supposed to be this rare, I found over my travels, over the years, I found 2 loose copies of this game. This is the first time I found it boxed with instructions. It works with the SNES mouse. This one must have been like a West Coast video rental because it has the stickers. I mean, it even has the little, what do you call it, like tray in there, the little cardboard tray. So it has the instructions. I won't bring them out, but yeah, it's not the most exciting title, but to find it in box with instructions, CIB, that was kind of quite a find, especially at the Salvation Army. Oh man, okay, the next couple ones, I found Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii for $5.95. My copy, I already have a copy of this, but it's sealed. So this is the copy I'll play, and it's whoever owned it kept it in pristine condition. And also, okay, so I got that for $5.95, and I also got Punch-Out for $4.95, which was a little cheaper, and that's for the Wii as well. Also, most of the same people, like the booklet is in great condition. I don't know, someone probably just dumped off their Wii at the Salvation Army, thinking this is old, whatever. Don't need it anymore. Let's just get it out of the living room. Which is sad, really. I mean, like, my Wii still is in the living room. It's still hooked up. I mean, I don't play it as much, you know, but, oh well. You know, it's still there. It's next to my next to my Wii U. Heck, my Super Nintendo's still there. My NES is still there. My N64 is not hooked up, though, but... Anyway, but I digress. I also found... Ooh, where is it? Let's see, I got all this stuff here. Portal Runner for the Game Boy Color. Rarity 4. Valued at $6. I got it for $2.95. Haven't tried it yet. I think it's a side-scroller. It's not like Portal Runner for the PlayStation 2, which is, I think, 3D. But it's a side-scroller. And that's kind of why I decided to get it. You know, actually, I'm more likely to buy something that's a 2D game rather than a 3D, like, PlayStation 2 game. Just because I like 2D rather than 3D. Oh boy, okay, let me move this out of the way. So I also found... now this is kind of like, you guys might be like, why the hell did you buy that? But I found SingStar Pop Volume 2. I got this for $2.95, and I like these karaoke games, and these are actually kind of hold their value a bit, like just because they're fun. And this is Volume 2, and it's complete. And I found SingStar 90s, also complete. At Salvation Army. I got that for $2.95 as well. Then I found a couple Game Boy Advance games. Now these, don't know too much about. This one's called Sitting Ducks. I don't know anything about this game, but I got it for $2.95, and it looks kind of weird. I don't know. I think I remember when I was deciding on whether to get this game or not, I was actually on YouTube at the Salvation Army trying to decide whether or not I wanted it, and I think it looked good. I can't remember now, but I think it's like some sort of maze game with ducks and an alligator. I don't know. And I found Mario Golf Advance Tour, $4.95 for the Game Boy Advance. This one was kind of like a no-brainer. I know this is probably quality. It's a Mario game. Haven't tried it yet, though. Let's see, what else did I found a Super Nintendo game there. But it's crappy. It's NBA Live 95, Rarity 1, valued at $1. I paid $2.21 for this. Gosh, these, you know, unfortunately, sometimes I can't pass up a sports game on Super Nintendo that I don't have, just because it's a Super Nintendo game, not because these roster updated, you know, EA Sports games, you know, they just don't hold their value, but whatever. Got it. It's Rarity 1 valued at $1. Got it for $2.21. A little more than it's worth. Then I found another Game Boy Advance game, Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase and Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem, like combo cart. I got this for $1.46. This was a no-brainer. I said, it's $1.46. Well, it said $1.95, but it was like on discount. You know how Salvation Army has those discounts? And I said, like, heck, I'll get it. You know, Scooby-Doo game. I didn't even look at YouTube for this one. I just said, yeah, grab it. What else? Oh, I got a Genesis Model 1 power adapter, which is $2.97. I just plugged it in right now to see if it worked with my Genesis, and it does. Can never have two, you know, like, you never know when you're going to need one of these. $2.97. And I actually had one just like Sega Genesis Model 1 lying around, you know, with loose, no controllers, no RF switch or anything. And now I have a power adapter for it. And I found a Super Nintendo controller. Now this is, I think this is by Interact, the SN Pro Pad. Not to be confused with the programmable pad that kind of looks the same, which has a little screen. This is just a Pro Pad with the turbo buttons and all that. And it's $4.96. You know, honestly, nothing really beats the original SNES pads, but I kind of like collecting the third-party pads, you know, just for the fun of it. and technically I don't like using them, but heck, you know, it has rapid fire. I could use it on Super R-Type or something. Or actually, I don't know if I should use it on that game. Maybe like Raiden, Raiden Tread, which is a horrible game on SNES. And let me know what you guys think about that game. I have that game, but not very good. And the last thing I found at Salvation Army was God of War 2 for the PlayStation 2. And this, again, was also pristine. I only, like, with these disc-based games, I really try to get pristine copies. Like, I won't get it if it's all scratched up and stuff. And someone who took really good care of this. You know, and for $4.95, I didn't have it, believe it or not. I think I have, like, 2 copies of Part 1, but I didn't have Part 2 at all. And I don't have that remastered version on the PlayStation 4 or 3. I don't know which one. Maybe it's... Ooh, I can't remember. But I don't have any of the remastered versions. This is like the only God of War 2 I own. Which I hear is an awesome game. You know, I haven't really played it. It's just like one of those games I just haven't played, which everyone loves, like Ratchet and Clank. Like, I haven't played that, like, any of them. Like, I know nothing about Ratchet and Clank. But, and I don't think I own any. I don't want to say I don't. I mean, like, not sure. But honestly, I probably don't have any Ratchet and Clank games. Like, even in my travels, like, even if I see it, like, at a thrift store, I don't bother to pick it up. I mean, I'm not a hater or anything. It's just, I don't know. I don't know too much about it, and, like, you know, the characters don't look like they appeal to me. I know people are like, "Are you crazy? That game is so awesome," but, like, I just don't. I don't know. These next 3 games are kind of sad because I got them from the disc replay over at Village Crossing in Niles, Illinois, and it was like the closest disc replay to me, and they closed down. So these are the last 3 games I will ever have bought from that store because they're gone. Super Pinball Behind the Mask for Super Nintendo. It's a Rarity 2, valued at $3. And I got it for $1.99. Haven't tried it. I've been looking for this game, actually. I like pinball games, and I think this one is actually pretty good, from what I hear. I think it's supposedly like based on real pinball tables. Not sure. This other game I've been looking for a long time, and I finally found it. It's loose. Sword of Sodan for the Sega Genesis.